Ummil Kitab Al-Fatihah. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, arrahmanirrahim, maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Naam. Darsuna al-yaum an ismi al-fa'il. Tajuk baru tajuk ismul fa'il. Haza darsu as-sarf. So this is a lesson on sarf, not nahu. Bukan grammar, Tajuk yang sebelum ni naibul fa'il, it is a grammar topic, but this is the morphology, sarf. Maknanya yang berkaitan dengan perubahan perkataan, bukan berkaitan dengan ayat. Nah, so the topic today is ismu al-fa'il. So ismul fa'il is about a word, an isim, but the meaning of that isim is of the meaning of that fi'il, of its fi'il. So it can mean the fi'il, or it can also mean the doer of that fi'il. So that is called ismu al-fa'il. So if we look at the meaning of this ismul fa'il, go to the qa'idah. Al-qa'idah taqul ismul fa'il mushtaqun. So ismul fa'il is a mushtaq. Mushtaq is a derived words. So in Arabic there are many derived words. So most of the time when we say derived word, these are words that are derived from a fi'il. So you will have a fi'il. Later on you derive other words from that fi'il. So this is what we call as mushtaq. So ismul fa'il is one of these mushtaqat. So there are many other mushtaqat. Now, so what is the usage of ismul fa'il? Liddilalati ala man fa'ala al-fi'la. So the usage of ismul fa'il is to, the meaning is to show the person who did or who does that action. So that is the meaning of ismu al-fa'il. So to understand what is the meaning of the ism fa'il, you need to know what is the fi'il. Okay, then we can translate ismul fa'il correctly. Let us look at the examples. Al-amsila fi majmu'a alif. Majmu'a alif. Al-jumla al-ula, hadha hakimun adil. Hadha hakimun adil. This is hakim adil, the just. So this is a just. Okay, what is the meaning of hakim? Normally when we say hakim, what does it mean? Or from our lesson, ma makna hakim? Anyone?
Ruler.
Ruler. Naam. Hakim, the meaning of hakim is a ruler. Naam, sahih. So the sentence means this is a just ruler. Naam. So we want to look at this word hakim. This word hakim is derived from a fi'il. Okay, can you guess what is the fi'il? This is a three-letter fi'il. What are the three-letter fi'il? Can you guess? This is from the fi'il ha, kaf, mim. Hakama.
Hakima.
Naam.
Hakima.
Hakima hakama. Okay. So the word is hakama. Naam. So what is hakama? Hakama and mudari is yahkumu. It means one of the meanings is to rule. So what is a hakim? The ruler. Okay. So this is one of the isim fa'il. Okay. So this is the isim fa'il. It is taken from the word hakama, and then we change the form to make it isim fa'il. So in our lesson we will learn what is the qa'idah. How do you change from a fi'il to this pattern, to this word hakim? Okay. So the meaning is you can translate it as the ruler, or in some sentences you can translate it as the meaning of the fi'il as well. So to rule. So it depends on the context. In this jumlah, hadha hakimun adil, this is a just ruler. Okay, so that is the first jumlah, hakimun. Al-jumlatu thaniya, inna allaha ghafiru dhunubi. Inna allaha ghafiru dhunubi. Indeed Allah ghafir dhunub. Dhunub means sins. Okay, the sins. Dhanbun, sins. So ghafir, how do we translate the word ghafir? In order for us to translate the word ghafir, we need to know what is the verb, what is the fi'il. So can you guess what is the fi'il for this word ghafir?
غفر
Ghafara. Shukran Rifki. Naam, the fi'il is from the fi'il ghafara. Ma mana ghafara?
Forgive.
forgive
The ghafara is to forgive. So what is a ghafir, or who is a ghafir? Ghafir is somebody who forgives. That is one of the meanings of ghafir. Someone who forgives, we call him ghafir. Okay, and in this jumlah, of course, it is referring to the word Allah. So we can translate the jumlah as indeed Allah is the one who forgives the person. No, of course, Allah is not a person. The being that forgives the sins. Okay, so you can translate it as the one who forgives the sin, or sometimes you can just translate it with the meaning of using the meaning of the fi'l itself. So you just say indeed Allah forgives sins. Okay, so this is another ismul fa'il which is taken from the word ghafara, mushtaq, taken from the word ghafara. Now, that is the second word. Al-jumlatu thalitha, al-jumlatu thalitha anhat al-katibatu maqalataha. Anhatil, you can read this, you can connect the ta and the alif lam and read it with a kasrah. Anhatil. Anhatil katibatu maqalataha. So this person, this is the person. The person ends her essay. Maqala bimana essay. So who is this person that ends her essay? That ended her essay. So we want to understand who is this. So we need to find out what is the word. Oh, sorry, what is the verb? What is the verb?
Kataba.
Kataba, good. Yes. So the verb is kataba, and kataba bimakna?
right
Right.
Right. So what is a katib? Or who is a katiba?
Writer.
Yeah,
Right.
the writer. I'm sorry. So the word katib or katiba means somebody who writes. So in this jumlah, it means the writer. Now, for al-jumlah, al-katibatu anhat. So the writer has, he has finished her article or her essay. Now, article or essay. Yes, maqalataha. So katiba bermakna the person who wrote, the person who writes her essay. Now, so these three are the examples for majmu'ah al-ula. So by looking at these three examples, can you guess now what is the wazan? There is a wazan. There is a wazan that we can use to form isim fa'il. You look at the fi'il and the isim fa'il again. Hakama becomes hakim, ghafara becomes ghafir, kataba becomes katibah. The ta, this is because we want to use it for mu'annas, then you just add a ta marbuta. But the word itself is just katib. Okay, what is the wazan? Can you guess?
fa'il
Fa'il, yes, good. Sahih, true. So, from these examples, we know that the wazan is fa'il. Fa, alif, ain, lam. Okay, so that is the wazan that you can use to form an isim fa'il, to say the person who is the ruler, the writer, okay, and so on. Okay, any questions so far for the first group? Boleh, easy. Okay. So this is, okay, now when do we use this fa'il? When do you use this pattern? Okay, we look at the qa'idah. We look at the qa'idah rakam isnan, al-qa'idatu thaniyah. It says, إِذَا كَانَ الْفِعْلُ ثُلَاثِيًّا. If the fi'il is three-letter fi'il. Now it is three sulasi. Okay, if you still remember, we have the sulasi, three-letter fi'il. Okay, and sulasi. So here, the three-letter fi'il here is referring the sulasi mujarrad. Sulasi mujarrad, which means the three-letter fi'il without any addition. Okay, without any additional letters. Just three-letter fa, ain, lam. Okay, not the sulasi mazid, not the sulasi with additional letters. Okay, so this is three-letter fi'il. So if it is three-letter fi'il, ja'a, it comes, which means the isim fa'il. So the isim fa'il will come or will ja'a ala wazni fa'ilun. So you just use this wazan. You just use this wazan, change to this wazan, then you will have the isim fa'il. Kama fil majmu'ati ula, as in the first example. Okay, so this is similar to what we have discussed just now. Again, we repeat. You look at the fi'il. If the fi'il is of three-letter fi'il, hakama, ghafara, kataba, sulasi, mujarrad. The three-letter fi'il without any additional letters. So you just use this wazan. Hakama becomes hakim, fa'il. Ghafara becomes ghafir, fa'il. Kataba becomes katib, fa'il. Okay, so that is the first wazan, or the first way to change to isim al-fa'il. Okay, any question for the first one, fa'il? Okay, so the first one is easy. Now, we look at the second one. Okay, we go to Jim. We go to Jim. Okay, now this is also for three-letter fi'il, but we have a problem. We have harful illa. Okay, we have the weak letter. Okay, we have the weak letter in one of the letters of the fi'il. Okay, let us look at this jumlah. Al-jumlatul ula yuftiru as-sa'imu inda adhanil maghrib. Yuftiru. Yuftiru means breaks his fast. So he breaks his fast. This person. So this is the person who breaks his fast. So this guy breaks his fast inda during the azan of maghrib. So when it is maghrib time, he breaks his fast. So who is this one? This person who breaks his fast? Sa'im. Sa'im. Can anyone give the meaning of Sa'im?
Yang puasa,
The one who fasts?
faster.
The fasting person, the person who fasts. Yes, correct. So Sa'im is referring to the person who fasts. Okay, what is the fi'il? What is the fi'il to say to fast?
Sumu.
Sum.
Saum.
Sauma. Saum is the masdar. When you say saum, that is the masdar. That is the verbal noun. Fasting. But now we do not want the masdar. We want the fi'il. And we look at the fi'il madhi.
Soma.
Sama, yes, okay. So the fi'il for sa'im is sama. And the mudari is yasumu. Naam. So when we look at this fi'il madhi, sama, what do we see? We have this alif, harful illa, in the middle of the fi'il. So what happens if you have this kind of fi'il? Three-letter fi'il with harful illa, you still follow the same wazan, which is fa'il, but you need to replace this harful illa to another letter, which is hamzah. You change it to hamzah. So it becomes sad. Of course, in the wazan, you have fa alif, so sad alif. And then the ain is this letter, alif. So as we said just now, you replace this, you change this to a hamzah. So now you have a hamzah. And the last letter is mim. And how do we read the word? Fa'il. Sa'im. That is the word. That is the isim fa'il. And of course, when in terms of writing Hamza, you have to Hamza. The writing of Hamza will change depending on its location. So in this case, since it is having a kasra, so you put the ya form below the alif, below the Hamza. Sorry. So from the word sama, it becomes sa'imun. Okay. So here, what we did, we just replaced this with a Hamza, as if it is sa'ama. Sa'ama, sa'imun. But of course, it is not sa'ama, it is sama. Okay, so this is similar to the first group, the majmu'ah.
Ustaz.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I cannot see what you write. Or it's just me. I tried to end the call and all, but I still cannot see what you
Tapi kenapa?
conteng.
Who else? Who else cannot see?
Me also.
Lah, kenapa tak cakap? Okay, alright. I will. Oh, screen tak gerak. Okay, I will disconnect and I will connect again. Let me see. Alright. Okay, can you see the screen now?
No, Ustaz.
Belum lagi. Okay. Oh, alright. Okay, can you see?
No, Ustaz.
No,
Pause, yes, yes.
dah keluar.
Dah keluar, dah keluar.
I was at the university just now, but suddenly the internet went down, so I had to come back to my house. Dah nampak dah?
Dah, Ustaz.
Dah.
Is the screen moving? Does it move?
No,
Move.
Ustaz.
No.
Tak gerak.
So,
Cuba Ustaz gerakkan.
nampak dah?
Tak gerak.
Tak gerak.
Tak gerak.
Tak gerak pula. Tak gerak. Ya Allah. Okay, great. Okay, gerak tak?
Belum. Tak ada, tak nampak skrin.
Tak nampak skrin.
Okay, okay. Dah nampak skrin?
Dah, Ustaz.
Gerak?
Dah.
Dah gerak.
Okay. Where did we stop just now? Second group?
As-saimu.
As-saimu. Okay, right. So again, we repeat the word sa'im. So sa'im, how do you form this word sa'im? So we look at the fi'il. The fi'il is sama, sad, alif, mim. And if you look at the alif, if you look at the fi'il, we have this harful illah. So when it is having harful illah, so the rule says that you change this alif to a hamzah, as if the word is sa'ama. So if it is sa'ama, then the isim fa'il is sa'imun. Sa'imun. Okay, sa'imun. And this hamzah will have this the ya shape below it because it is having a kasrah. Okay, so if you look at the pattern, it is still the pattern is still fa'il, just that we change the alif to a hamzah because of the harful illah. That is why here we have the word sa'im. Okay, so sa'im means the person who is fasting, the fasting person. Naam. الآن نأتي إلى الجملة الثانية. الجملة الثانية أخذت البائعة ثمن البضاعة. This person, this is also another person. She took the price of the goods. She took the price of the good. Okay. So who is this person? Ba'i'ah. What is the meaning of ba'i'ah? And what is the fi'il for the word ba'i'ah?
The buyer.
The buyer, yes, sahih. Ba'i'ah is the buyer. Now, sorry, the buyer. Mushtari. This is the seller, the opposite of the buyer. This is the seller. How do you know it is a seller? Okay, find out what is the fi'l.
Bi.
Bi is fi'l amar, yes, but that is fi'l amar. We want fi'l ba.
Ba'a.
Good. The fi'l is ba'a. So ba'a is to sell. Yes, ba'a. Okay, so he sold. Ba'a yabi'u. Now, so this is the fi'l. And again, if you look at the fi'l, you have this harful illa ba'i. So now we want to change from to sell to the seller. You change this alif to a hamza and then change the wazan to fa'il. So it becomes ba'i, ba'i, ba'i. Okay, so that means the seller. And now we want to change to a female seller. You simply add the ta marbuta, just like any other word, any other noun. Talib, taliba, katib, katiba, and so on. All right. So this is the isim fa'il for the word ba'a. We say ba'i'ah. Now, wal jumlatu thalitha istayqadhan na'imu li salatil fajri. Wake up. So this guy, he woke up for Fajr prayer, for Subuh prayer. Salatul Fajr. Okay, Salatul Fajr is the same as Salat as-Subh. Okay, we say Salatul Fajr, Salatul Subh. Naam. So who is this person? Naim.
Sleeper.
This is the person who sleeps. Okay, the one who sleeps. So Naim, so that person who sleeps, he has already waken up. He woke up for Fajr prayer. Okay, so that is the meaning of the word Naim, the person who sleeps. Naam. So if you look at the word Naim, okay, what is the fi'il?
Nama.
Nama, yes, nama, yanamu. So again, you look at the fi'il madi, 3-letter fi'il, then of course the wazan is fa'il. But then we have this alif, harful illa. So the rule says that you change to hamzah. So na'ama, na'imun. That is why here we have this word na'im. Yes.
Dia kata, kenapa dia kata change, but basically dia macam just tambah je.
Basically dia apa?
Tambah je.
No, tak tambah. If you look at here, we don't add any. Of course. Let us look at the wazan again. From we say that isim fa'il will follow this wazan: fa, alif, ain, lam, where the fa is the original letter, ain is the original letter, and lam is the original letter. And what we add here is the alif. This is for the wazan. Okay. So what from the wazan lesson that we have learned, any letter that you add to the wazan, you need to add that letter to the fi'il. So in this case, the fi'il is nama. So what is the fa? The fa is of course the nun. What is the ain? The ain is the alif. And what is the lam? The lam is referring to the mim. So fa
Mim.
is the nun, ain is the alif, mim, and mim is the lam. Okay. So if you want to change to the wazan, you must follow the wazan exactly. So what is the fa? The fa is the letter nun, right? The fa is the letter nun. And the alif here, is this alif from the fi'il or is it additional alif?
Additional alif.
It is additional alif. Whatever additional letter that you have in the wazan, you need to add that to the new word that you want to form. Okay? And then we go to the ain. What is this ain? From the fi'il, what is this ain?
Alif.
This is the problem. This is the problem where you have the harful illa. Okay? So what happens if you do not change? You will just write the alif. You will write the alif, and then the lam is, what is the lam? The lam is, of course, the letter mim. How do you read that? Remember, this is alif. So alif, you cannot put any haraka, fathah, kasrah, dhamma, no. So in this case, it is impossible for you to read the word na. We cannot read the word. That is why they said, in this case, you have to, because of this harful illa, you have to replace this with an hamzah. We replace this with a hamzah. So instead of alif, you change it to hamzah. You change it to hamzah. So now you can read the word na'imun. Okay. So what we change here is we don't add hamza. We change this alif to a hamza. And this alif is not from the fi'il. This alif is from the wazan. Okay, so of course, when you look at the word, as if we are adding a hamza. Okay, but actually we don't add a hamza. Hamza is a replacer for the alif. And the alif is the additional letter that you add because you have that letter in the wazan. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so hamza, again, as I said, hamza, when you have kasra, then of course you need to draw this shape. So now it becomes na'imun. Okay, na'imun. So that is why here we say an-na'imu istayqadha an-na'imu li salati al-fajr. So this is for the second group, still with 3-letter fi'il, but we have alif in the middle. So what do? We change to hamza. Now, okay, any questions so far for the group 1 and group G? The first wazan, which is wazan fa'il. Okay. Okay, now we go to the last group, which is ba. Ba. Okay. Here we have a different wazan. Here we don't use fa'il anymore. Why? Because the fi'il is more than 3 letters. So if the fi'il is not a 3-letter fi'il, it is a 4-letter, 5-letter, and 6-letter fi'il, then the wazan is no longer fa'il. We have to use another rule. Okay, we have to use another rule to form an isim fa'il. Okay, so let us look at the words again, and then we will go to the qa'idah. Al-jumla al-ula. Dakhala Umaru al-Qudsa wa huwa muntasirun. Umar entered Quds. Anybody know where is this? This is a city. Quds.
Palestine.
Yes, Quds is in Palestine. But what is the city? What is
Baitul Maqdis.
Baitul Maqdis? Yes. So Quds is Bait al-Maqdis. Bait al-Maqdis. Jerusalem. Bait al-Maqdis. Okay. So we can say Baitul Maqdis, or people will normally just say Al-Qudsu. Al-Qudsu. Okay, Baitul Maqdis. Don't read Baitul Muqaddis or Al-Baitul Muqaddis or Al-Baitul Muqaddas. No. The name is Baitul Al-Maqdis. So Dakhala Umar Al-Quds. He entered Jerusalem. Wahuwa muntasirun. Wahuwa, while he was, wahuwa, not and he is, no. Wahuwa, while he was, at that time when he entered the mosque, when he entered the Quds, he was victorious, muntasir. He was victorious. So this is the isim fa'il. He was winning. This is the isim fa'il. But if you look at the wazan, it does not follow the wazan of a fa'il, no. Here we have this letter mim in the beginning. So we want to learn what is the wazan. Okay, we just we go through the second one and then we go back to the wazan. Number 2, jahada al-mujahiduna fi sabilillah. The mujahidun, they fought in the path of Allah. So this mujahidun, of course, we understand people who are fighting for the sake of Islam, for the sake of Allah. We call them mujahid. Mujahid. Okay. So this is the isim fa'il, mujahid, and up to the letter dal. The waw is because we want to use it for jama, then we change to mujahidun. But the word itself is just mujahid. Okay. So this is the second word. The first word just now is muntasir. The second word is mujahid. So mujahid is another isim fa'il. And if you look at the word, there is no wazan fa'il at all. You don't see fa'il at all. But instead, we have this mu. Okay? We have this mu in the beginning. Similar to muntasir, we have mu in the beginning. So this is also another isim fa'il, the person who fight. Rakam salasa, najahal mujtahidu fi durusihi. So the mujtahid, he succeeded in his lesson or in his study. He succeeded. Najahat. Najaha. Al-mujtahid. So mujtahid, this is another isim fa'il because the meaning is the person who work hard. Al-mujtahid. And again, if you look at the word, there is no fa'il at all. No wazan fa'il. Instead, it has this mim, mu, in the beginning. Okay, so now we want to learn what is the wazan that we need to follow. Is there a wazan, or how do we change this to ism fa'il? All right. So first, as I've mentioned just now, this is no longer a 3-letter fi'il. This is 4, 5, 6 letters. For the first word, muntasirun, okay, this is from the fi'il intasara. Anyone remember what is this fi'il? We have learned this word, intasara.
One.
Won, yes, won, to win. Okay, won. So he has won. So muntasir is the person who won. Naam, victorious. Just now I mentioned intasara. Yes. Okay. So how do you form this word? How do you form muntasir? How do you form isim fa'il from intasara? Okay. So for more than 3-letter fi'il, before you can change to isim fa'il, you need to know the mudari. This is compulsory. You need to know what is the fi'il mudari for intasara. Okay. What is the mudari? Anybody? You want to know the mudari? You can refer to the wazan. This is
Yantasiru.
yantasiru. Good. This is following the wazan ifta'ala, not infa'ala. This is ifta'ala, because the nun is the original letter. Nun, sad, and ra. These are the original letters. So that is fata, fa'ailam. So ifta'ala, okay. What is the mudari for ifta'ala? Yaf? Anyone?
Yafta'ilu.
Yafta'ilu, good. Ifta'ala, the mudari is yafta'ilu. So what is the mudari for intasara?
Yantasiru.
Yantasiru.
Correct. So that is the mudari for intasara. So now we have the mudari. Sorry, I left my pen at the office. Kena pakai jari pula. Okay. So yantasiru. Yantasiru. Okay. So now we know the mudari. Okay. So the next step is, what do? Is you remove the ya. Remove the ya. Remove the letter of mudari. And in this case, the letter of mudari is of course ya. You have the ya, yantasiru or ta, tantasiru or alif, antasiru or nun, nantasiru. But normally you will just put a ya. So what do? Is you remove this ya and replace it. Sorry, not to remove the ya. You replace it with a mim. Again, I repeat. You take the fi'il mudari, yantasiru, and then change the ya to a mim. Okay, that is the first step. And the second step, you put a dhamma. Instead of a fathah, you use a dhamma. So, from the word yantasiru, remove this ya. We remove the ya. You change it to a mim. And then, what is the haraka? How do you read the mim? Is it mantasiru?
Mun.
Mu, yes. This is important. You need to change the a to mu. Okay? That is number 2. First mim, second mu, and number 3, look at the second last letter. The last letter is ra, the second last is sad. Make sure that the sad is having a kasra. And in this case, since the fi'il mudari itself is having a kasra, so we don't change anything. Okay, but some fi'il, you will see that in the mudari, it is having a fathah, for example. Okay, so if you look, if the word is having a fathah, you change it to a kasra. Okay, so these are the 3 steps, the 4 steps actually. 4 steps, you change a fi'il mudari more than 3 letters to an isim fa'il. The first step is, of course, you need to find what is the fi'il mudari. Second, you change mim, you change the ya to a mim. Okay. Third, you make sure that the mim is having a dhamma, mu. And fourth, make sure that the second last letter is having a kasra. So now you have this word, new word, to mean the person who is victorious. Now, okay, so that is how you change. So now it does not follow any certain wazan. No, there's no wazan to follow. What you need to know is, you need to know the mudari, and of course you need to know the wazan of mudari. Find the mudari, change the ya to a mim, make sure it is having a dhamma, and make sure the second last is having a kasra. So you will have a new word, okay, to refer to the person who is doing that particular action. Wa huwa muntasirun. Okay, that is the first one. We look at the second one. The second word is mujahid. Mujahidun. Mujahidun. We just take the word mujahid. So if you look at the word mujahid, this is a word that comes from the fi'il jahada. So it is not a 3-letter fi'il. This is 4-letter fi'il. Jahada. Jim, alif, ha, dal. Jahada. Okay, again, how do we change to isim fa'il? First, change to mudari. So what is the mudari for this word? What is mudari for jahada? Anyone? If you are not sure, then you need to find the wazan. The wazan. Naam. Yujahidu. Yes, good. That is the fi'il. The wazan is fa'ala. The wazan of the fi'il jahada is fa'ala. Fa'ala. And of course, fa'ala, the mudari is yufa'ilu. Yufa'ilu. So from jahada, it becomes yujahidu. Yujahidu. Okay, yujahidu. So now we have the mudari. Okay. So next we can change to the fi'il, to the isim fa'il. So what do? The first letter we change from ya to a mim. Okay, what is the second step?
The second last, make sure the baris bawah.
Before second last.
Change to mim tu kena baris depan.
Make sure that you have a dhamma. The mim must with a dhamma. Okay, so mu. It doesn't matter what harakah do you have with the ya. Maybe the ya is already you. Sometimes it is ya. It does not matter. You just change to mu. Okay, the rest is you just follow. And then the second last, here. Make sure it is with a kasrah. It doesn't matter what harakah do you have at the mudari. You just change it to a kasrah. So in this case, it is already a kasrah. So the word is now mujahid. Okay, so now you have a new word. And since this is a noun, you can change, or you can add a tanwin if you want. You can add alif lam if you want, because it is now a noun. Isim. Al-mujahid. You can change to musanna. You can change to jama if you want. You can change to muannas, mujahidah if you want. Okay, because it is now a noun, not a fi'il anymore. Nah. So that is the second word, mujahid. Okay, mujahidun, the fighters. We just translate them as the fighters. Nah. And the last jumlah, najahal mujtahid. The word mujtahid. Okay, can anyone guess what is the fi'il? Just now we translate mujtahid as the hardworking person. So what is to work hard? What is the fi'il? Anyone? Start with the letter alif. Okay, I give you the clue.
Ijtahada.
Naam, sahih. The fi'il, yes. Sahih. The fi'il is ijtahada. Naam, good. So, you want to form. Ijtahada is to work hard. So, what is the isim fa'il? Before we can find the fi'il isim fa'il, we need to find the mudari. So, what is the mudari for ijtahada?
Ifta'ala.
Yes. If you do not know, then you find the wazan. Yes, good. So, the wazan is ifta'ala. So, the wazan is ifta'ala. Correct. So, from ifta'ala, we can know the mudari. Ifta'ala, the mudari will be
Yafta'ilu.
Good, yafta'ilu. So from here, you can form the fi'il mudari. So ijtahada, ifta'ala, yafta'ilu, ijtahada.
Yajtahidu.
Na'am, sahih, good. So see, that is the benefit of memorizing all this wazan. Ijtahada, yajtahidu. Okay, now you have the mudari. So what do we need to do next is to change the ya to a mim. And then the second step, how do you read the mim? Good. Mu. And then the last step, the second last letter, what is the harakah?
Kasrah.
Kasrah. Good. So now you have the new word, mujtahidun. So who is a mujtahid? The person who ijtahada. The person who yajtahidu. We call him mujtahid. Now, so any question for this? 4 steps. 4 or 5? 4. 4 steps. Yeah, 4 steps. So there is no specific, no specific wazan that we need to follow. You just need to know the wazan of mudari, because they will differ from one fi'l to another. Find the wazan of mudari, change the fi'l to mudari, and change the ya to a mim, and do what you need to do, the rest of it. Okay, so this is the other way of forming an isim al-fa'il. Okay, so if you look at the qaida, rakam arba'ah. Rakam arba'ah. So similar to what I have explained just now. Idza kana al-fi'lu, if the fi'l min ghairi, other than sulasi, other than the 3-letter fi'l. Sulasi here is the sulasi mujarrad, the 3-letter fi'l without any additional letters. So what is the isim fa'il? Ja'a ala wazni mudari'ihi. So it will come on the wazan of its mudari. See, there's no specific wazan. They don't say wazan fa'il or wazan mufa'il. No, they say you follow the wazan of its mudari. So find the mudari of the fi'il. Find the mudari of the fi'il. And then ma'a ibdali harfil mudara'ati miman. And with changing, ma'a with changing, you change the harful mudari'ah or harful mudara'ah, which is the letter of the mudari. Letter of mudari, normally it is the ya. Okay, the letter of the mudari. Change it to a mim. Instead of ya, we change to mim. And then madmuma. Madmuma means you put a dhamma. Madmuma from the word dhamma. Da, mim, ta, mim, mim, dhamma. Okay, so mu. Wa kasri. Ma qabla al-akhir. And you put a kasrah. Ma qabla al-akhir. For the one before the last. Means the letter before the last one. The second last letter. So you put a kasrah. So just like what we did just now. Kama fil majmu'ah ba, as in majmu'ah ba. Okay, so these are the ruling, the qaida for the isim fa'il, whether it is from 3-letter fi'il or 4, 5, and also 6-letter fi'il. And for number 5, ismul fa'il, this is just additional information. They say isim fa'il min al mushtaqat. Ismul fa'il is one of the mushtaqat. In point number 1, we have mentioned this already. It is mushtaq, means it is taken from the fi'il. So mushtaqat, there are many mustashqat. So this is one of them. Why do we call it mushtaq or mushtaqat? لأنه يشتق من الفعل, because it is derived from the fi'il. That is why we need to know what is the fi'il so that we can translate it properly. Okay, so this is the qaida for isim al-fa'il. Okay, and before we do the exercise, please do not confuse this isim fi'il. Oh, sorry, ismul fa'il. Please do not confuse this with al-fa'il in the grammar lesson or in the nahu lesson. These are two different things. These are two different things. Ismul fa'il is only about the word. We are not concerned with the sentences. The sentence, it is up to you. But fa'il, of course, fa'il is the person who does that fi'il in a sentence. So fa'il is about the word in a sentence. Ismul fa'il is just about the word itself. So you can take this isim fa'il, all this word, you can put it in the sentence, and you can make it a mubtada, you can make it a khabar, you can, for example, in this jumla, it is a khabar. Okay, in this jumla, it is rakam salasa, in this jumla, it is a fa'il. So in the same time, it is isim fa'il, and the grammar function of it is a fa'il. So the one that we learn in grammar, fa'il, maf'ulun bih, hal, these are all the grammar function, the function of the word in the sentence. But this topic, ismul fa'il, is not about the sentence, just the type of the word. Okay, so do not confuse these two. They are two different things, ismul fa'il and fa'il. A fa'il can be from any word. You can take Muhammad as a fa'il, Ali as a fa'il, but for ismul fa'il, no, it must come from a fi'il. All right, is that clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, all right. So then we can move to the exercise. Exercises, we look at exercise number 1. Exercise number 1 is, exercise number 1 is takhrij ismal fa'il min al-fiqratil atiyah. So extract the isim fa'il. Find the isim fa'il. Find isim fa'il from the following paragraph. Thumma bayyin naw'ahu, and then you explain its type, sulasi or ghairu sulasi, whether it is three-letter fi'il or no, or non-three-letter fi'il. Okay, so it is very simple. If it is three-letter fi'il, it will follow the wazan fa'il. If it is non-three-letter, it will have a mu in front of the word and a kasrah before the last letter, right? So let us look at the faqra. Okay, what about the first word? Is this isim fa'il or not? Okay, you give me. You go through the paragraph and give me the isim fa'il. Okay, any isim fa'il?
Al-Mu'min.
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 Yes, good. Al-Mu'min is isim fa'il. Yes, because why? Because you have mu in the beginning, mu, and then you have this kasrah before the last letter. So confirm this is isim fa'il. So what is the meaning of mu'min?
Orang yang beriman.
Someone who is beriman.
The one who believes in Allah, we call him mu'min. What is the fi'il?
Believe.
Naam. From
Believe.
you can change to
Percaya.
mudhari.
Oh.
Iman.
Amanah.
Amana, yes. Iman is the masdar. Iman is the masdar. Yes, the fi'il is amana. Good. Amana rasulu. Amana. And the mudhari is?
Yu'minu.
Yu'minu.
So from this mudhari, you can change to mu'minun. You see? They are similar. Yu'minu. Mu'minu. So mu'minu is the one who yu'minu. Okay? So the believer. Okay, the next word. Any other isim fa'il? There are many isim fa'il here.
Abid.
Abid, good. Abid. If you look at the word abid, it follows the wazan fa'il, right? Fa'il. So this is an isim fa'il. Good. So what is the meaning of an abid? Of abid? Find the word. Find the fi'il. The fi'il is
Abada.
abada. Yeah. So what is abada? Abada ya'budu. Iyyaka na'budu.
Hamba.
Okay, that is the meaning of the word abid. But what is the fi'il? The meaning of the fi'il, abada.
Worship.
To worship, yes. Abada is worship. So who is an abid? The person who
Worshipper.
worshipper, yes. That is the meaning of abid. Abid. So you can translate the word abid as a worshipper, or you can translate it as the meaning of the fi'il, worshipping. So here in this jumlah, how do we translate this sentence? Al-mu'min abidun rabbahu. The mu'min or the
First,
The believer worship
worship
his God.
He's a worshipper of God.
Yes, or you can say a believer is a worshipper of God. But in this jumlah, we don't translate as a worshipper of God. The meaning is similar to the meaning of its verb, which is ya'budu. And normally we use the fi'il mudhari to translate the meaning of this. So the fi'il mudhari is ya'budu. So because why? Because you can replace the word abid, you can replace this with the word ya'budu. If you replace with the word ya'budu, the meaning is the believer worships his God. It is similar when you say al-mu'min abidun rabbahu, the believer worships his God. Furthermore, if you look at the word rabba, you have a fathah to indicate that this is a maf'ulun bih. And from your previous lesson, you know that a maf'ulun bih is an object for a verb. But in this case, there is no verb. There is no verb. But just now, how did we translate this one? We translate it as if it is a verb. So in this case, we consider that the function is similar to that of a fi'il. So that is why you have this fa'il. Maf'ulun bih. Okay. So sometimes you don't translate it as the person, but you translate it as the fi'il itself. Okay. So it depends from a sentence to another. So al-mu'minu abidun rabbahu. The mu'min, he worships his God. Okay. Next one.
Sadiqun.
Sadiqun. Naam, sadiq. Sadiq bermakna This is also isim fa'il, 3-letter fi'il.
Honest.
Honest, yes. Honest, is it honest? Okay. Find what is the fi'il. Sa. This is from the fi'il. Fa'il. Just remove the alif. So the fi'il is sadaqa. What is a sadaqa? What is sadaqa? Sadaqallahul azim. Sadaqa. Truthful, true. Is saying the truth, for example. We say sadaqa. Sadaqallah. Allah said, has said the truth. So sadiqun, the person who said the truth. Okay, the person who said the truth, who is truthful. That is the meaning of the word sadiqun. So the sentence is al-mu'minu abidun rabbahu. He worship his God. He is truthful and he is also mukhlis. What is mukhlis? This is another isim fa'il.
Sincere.
Sincere, good.
Sincere.
Sincere. Yes, this is sincere. This is sincere, mukhlis. What is the fi'il? You want to say sincere in a fi'il form. So change this to a mudari, and then you this is the reverse. Find the mudari. Change the mim to a ya.
Yahlisu.
Yakhlisu. It will be yukhlisu.
Yuhlisu.
Yukhlisu. Good. Yukhlisu. So the fi'il is yukhlisu. The fi'il mudari is yukhlisu. Mukhlisun is the person. What is the fi'il madi? Can you guess? If you are not sure, then find the wazan. The wazan is yuf'ilu. So what is the madi for yuf'ilu?
Af'ala.
Good. Af'ala, yes. Af'ala. So af'ala yuf'ilu. Then what is the madi for yukhlisu? Af'ala.
Akhlasa.
Yes. So
Akhlasa.
yes, akhlasa. Good. So this is the fi'il. Akhlasa. 4-letter fi'il. Alif, kha, lam, sin. Alif, kha, lam, sin. So how do you get that? By knowing the wazan. By knowing the wazan. Naam. So mukhlisun is from the fi'il akhlasa. Akhlasa means to be sincere. Akhlasa. Yukhlisu, the verb to be sincere in the mudari form. Mukhlis, the person who is sincere. Okay, so that is the third word, mukhlisun. So he is mukhlis, means he is sincere. You can translate this with the meaning of its verb. So he is sincere. Yukhlisu fi aqwalihi, in his sayings, or in wa af'alihi, and in his deeds. Wa af'al fi'l, in his deeds. Naam. Okay, next jumlah.
Shakirun.
Shakirun. This is another isim fa'il. Because of what? Because of the wazan fa'ilun. Yes, this is another fi'il. Shakirun. We put a dhamma. We put a tanwin. Shakirun, shakirunillah. Here, how do you connect this word and the word Allah? Because here you are having a tanwin, and after that is an alif. So what do? We cannot simply join shakirun. No, you cannot join that. So in this case, because shakirun is having the nun sound, shakirun, nun sound. So we change that nun. We change that nun sound to a kasrah. So how do we read this? We say shakiru nillah. That is how you read the word shakiru nillah. Shakirun Allah. Shakirunillah. Not Shakirullah. Shakirunillah. Now, so Shakir is the isim fa'il. What is the meaning of Shakir? From the fi'il shakara, shakara yashkuru.
Grateful.
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 Yeah. To be grateful, shakara. To thank, shakara, yashkuru. So what is the meaning of Shakir? The person who is grateful. And in the sentence, how do we translate this? We say that the mu'min, this is still from the beginning of the sentence, we say the mu'min is shakirunillaha. He is thankful. So you can translate it with the meaning of its fi'il. Yashkurullah. He is thankful to Allah. As if you are replacing with the fi'il. Yashkuru Allah. Okay, so that is how we translate the word shakir. So he is grateful to Allah ala na'ma'ihi. Na'ma bermakna ala his favor, his bounty. Okay, similar to ni'mah. Ni'mah. Na'ma. Okay. So he thanked Allah for his bounty. Okay. Wa amilun bima amarahu Allahu. And what is amil here? This is another isim fa'il. Amilun. This is from the fi'il Ain Mim Lam. How do we read the word? Is it amala, amila, or amula?
Amila.
Amila, good, yes. The fi'il is amila, yes. Amila and the mudara is ya'malu. To work, okay, to do something. So when we say amil, the one who does, okay, the one who does what Allah told him to do. Okay, what Allah told him to do. What? This is what, with what Allah told him to do. So you can translate this as is doing, as the meaning of its fi'il. Wa amilun wa bima'na wa ya'malu bima amarahullah. So the believer is someone who ya'mal. You see, again, isim fa'il, sometimes you translate it with the meaning of its fi'il. Okay, so it depends on the context. Wa amilun bima amarahullah. Okay, what else? Amarallahu bihi. This is connected to the previous word. It means Allah, what Allah asked him to do with it. Okay, the next word. Wa musa'idun lil fuqara'i wal muhtajin. Any isim fa'il here?
Musa'idun.
Musa'idun, good. Musa'idun is isim fa'il. Yes. Musa'idun is isim fa'il. You have the mu and then you have this ain before the last letter. So what is the meaning of musa'idun?
The one who helps.
The one who helped, good. Because this is from the fi'il. What is the fi'il?
Sa'ada.
Sa'ada and the
Sa'ada.
mudara is?
Yusa'idu.
Yusa'idu.
So the easiest is, of course, to find the mudara. If you already familiar with the wazan, then of course, you know the wazan of madi as well. So this is yusa'idu, to help. And the madi, as you mentioned just now, yes, correct. Sa'ada. Sa'ada. So we say Sa'ada yusa'idu and the person is musa'idun. And how do we translate? Helper is a helper to fuqara, is helping. You can also translate as the meaning of the fi'il as well. Musa'idun bimana yusa'idu. So he helps the fuqara, the poorest, and also the muhtajin. Muhtajin. Muhtajin, this is another isim fa'il. We remove this ya, take out the ya nun. So the word is muhtaj. Muhtajun. Okay.
Tapi dia second last dia tak kasrah. Dia
Good
still.
question. Second last, you don't see a kasrah. Why? Okay, why? Okay, first, you see this. Okay, no doubt. Second last, you don't see a kasrah. From our lesson, we know that you need to have a kasrah for the second last letter. But if you look at this letter, what is this letter?
Alif.
Alif.
Harfu illah.
So it indicates that this is a harfu illah. So from our lesson previously, when you have alif, you replace it to a hamzah.
Hamzah.
But that is only for the three-letter fi'il. And this is not the three-letter fi'il. This is not a three-letter fi'il. So if it is not a three-letter fi'il, the one that we learned earlier does not apply. You don't use the hamzah, you don't change. So in this case, we cannot put the kasrah. We cannot put the kasrah at all. So just leave it. That is why we don't see any kasrah. Okay? The original rule says, yes, you need to have a kasrah. But this is one of the exceptions. Why? Because of the harful illah. And that is why this alif, waw, and ya, it is called illah. Illah, weak letter, problematic letters, and so on. So for this word, okay, we just memorize. So muhtajun, this is the isim fa'il. From the fi'il, okay, what is the fi'il? The fi'il, this is, change the mim to a ya. The fi'il is yahta. This is not you. This is yahtaju. Because this is from the wazan The wazan is yafta'ilu. Yafta, you see the ta, but the problem is with the ain, where the ain is this alif. Yahtaju, yafta'ilu. So the wazan is yafta'ilu. Okay, yahtaju, not you. Yafta'ilu, and the madi is ihtaja, means need. Ihtaja, yahtaju means need. Sorry. Yahtaju, need. So muhtajun bermakna the one who needs. The needy person. So we call him muhtaj. Ana muhtaj. For example, you want to say I need something. Ana muhtajun. You can say that. Ana muhtajun ila, I need what? Ana muhtajun ila al-amal. I need.
Burtukal.
Ana muhtajun ila burtukal. Muhtajun ila. Okay, so that is another harfu, ismul fa'il, but you don't see the kasrah because of harfu al-illah. Okay, so this is another isim fa'il. Right. Next jumlah, lidha huwa mustarihul qalbi. Okay, do you see any isim fa'il? This is another, yes, mustari. This is another isim fa'il because you see mim, mu, but you don't see any kasrah for the last letter. This is another problematic word because of what? Because of the harful illah again. Because of this. So that is why you don't see the kasrah. Okay. So mustari. Yes. What is the meaning of this mustari? You need to know the fi'il. So the fi'il is replace middle mim with a ya. So how do we read this? The word is yastarihu. Yastarihu. And the madi for this word is istaraha. So what is istaraha yastarihu? Anyone? The masdar is istaraha. In Malay we say istirahat. To rest. Right. So what is mustari? Is somebody or someone who rests. So in this case, the person is rest, but the one that is resting is the qalb, is his heart. So here the translation is Liza, therefore, huwa, he, mustarihul qalbi, he is resting. His heart is resting. His heart is at peace. His heart is calm. Haza makna kalimat mustari. Okay, so mustari is another isim fa'il. Okay, and the last jumlah, mutma'innud damir. What do you think? Is this isim fa'il?
No.
Yes.
No? Yes?
I guess no.
Yes or no? You see mu? Do you see kasrah before the last? The last letter,
Yeah.
you have nun.
Yeah.
Nun, you have two nun. So you should have ni, but since this is having a shadda, so they bring this kasrah before the second last. So mutma'innun. This is actually another isim fa'il. Yes, this is also another isim fa'il. This is from the fi'il. Replace the mim with a ya. And how do we read the word? We say yatma'innu. Yatma'innu. This is from the fi'il madi. The fi'il madi is itma'anna. Itma'anna. Bimakna, this is more or less similar to the word istaraha yastarihu just now. Rest, calm. Okay, rest or calm. So yatma'innu is calm. This is the word that we use in tama'nina. We pray when we should have our tama'nina in our prayer. So tama'nina is from the word yatma'innu, means when you pray, you need to be calm. Subhanallah al-azim, be calm. Sami Allahu liman hamida, be calm. Rabbana lakal hamd, don't go too fast. That is the meaning of mutma'in or tama'nina. So here, the person is mutma'in. So he is calm in terms of, what is calm? In terms of his damir. Damir is similar to heart. Your heart is calm. Domir is our inner side, our inner soul. We call it domir. And sometimes we just translate the word domir as our heart. Now, so the heart is calm. So this is another isim fa'il. Okay, so you can fill in the blank with the isim fa'il, and we have also seen the fi'il whether it is 3 letters or more than 3 letters. Now, this is the tadrib al-awwal. Tadrib al-thani ba. Okay, now we need to fill in the blank imla'il faraq bismil fa'ilin munasib with a suitable isim fa'il. So now let us find the word. Okay, the first one, Al-Quran sawtuhu jamil. This person, what does he do to the Quran? You need to find the isim fa'il. His voice is jamil. Nah, so what do you think? A suitable word for this jumlah. So this is, of course, this has something to do with his voice. The word of Quran, his voice is jamil. The voice of this guy is jamil.
Qara'a.
Qara'a, yes, good. Qara'a, but qara'a is the fi'il. We don't use a fi'il. If you say qara'a al-Quran sawtuhu jamil, then the sentence is not correct. You need to change to isim fa'il. So what is the isim fa'il for the word qara'a? 3-letter fi'il.
Qari'u.
Qari'u, good. Yes, that is the word. Qari'u. But the problem is, how do you write the last letter Hamzah? Because it is qara'a Hamzah. So in this case, you draw it above this ya shape. So we say qari'u. Qari'u. Qari'ul Qur'ani. So we say qari'ul Qur'an. So what is the meaning of qari'u in this jumlah?
Reader.
The reader, the reciter. The reciter of the Quran, his voice is jamil. Okay, the reader of the Quran. But of course, qari, we know that it is referring to the reciter. Qari, in Malay we just say qari. Qari, but actually it is qari'un. Qari, you have the hamzah. Qari'ul Quran, sawtuhu jamil. Okay. This is the first jumlah. The second jumlah, Ibn Sina. Ibn Sina masyhur. He is famous. He is famous.
So,
Yes. Again?
cakap tobib tapi tobib tu bukan fa'il.
Yes, good. You can write tabib, of course. You can say tabib masyhur. The sentence is correct. But then they want you to use isim fa'il. If you use tabib, is it in the isim fa'il form?
No.
No, this is a different form. This is fa'il. No. So tabib is not an isim fa'il. So it is not suitable in this jumlah. So we need to find another word. Okay, let us try the word scholar. Somebody who knows. So we want to say he is a famous scholar.
Alim.
Alimun, na'am, sahih. So the word scholar is alim because it is taken from which word? Alimun, what is the fi'il for?
Alama.
Alama. Actually alima. Yes. Ain, lam, mim, but we don't say alama, we say alima. Means no. Ya'lamu. So alim is the person who knows. Scholar, we translate as the word Ya'lamu, sorry. Ya'lamu. So alim is the scholar. So Ibn Sina is a famous scholar. Okay? Alimun mashhur. Naam. Raqam salasa. Al-mudarrisatu amama sabura. So the teacher in front of the blackboard. So what is she doing in front of the blackboard? So you find the fi'il but change it. Don't use the fi'il. We want to use the isim fa'il. But the meaning is still similar to the meaning of the fi'il. What is she doing in front of the whiteboard or blackboard?
Writing.
Writing. Okay, you want to say she is writing in front of the If you want to say writing, then with writing ala on the board, not amam.
Oh yeah.
So if it is ala, yes, you can say writing. But now let us choose another different word. He is
Yadrusu.
Stand up.
standing. Standing. Yes, he is standing in front. Oh, yadrusu. Yadrusu is study. Okay, we try one by one. Okay, let us take the word standing. How do you say stand? She stands in front of the sabura. What is the fi'l? We have the fi'l waqafa. Remember waqafa? Waqafa bermakna to stand or to stop. Waqafa yaqifu. Mudhari is yaqifu. Okay, take from this word, take this word and change it to isim fa'il. What is the isim fa'il for waqafa? Al-mudarisatu.
Wakifu.
Waqifun. Yes, the form is correct. But now this is mu'annas, mudarisa.
Tu.
What do you do next? Waqifun only is not correct.
Ta.
Ta. Yes, you add ta. What kind of ta?
Marbutah.
Amaruta.
Yes, because this is a fi'il. You don't put this ta. That is only for a fi'il. But now this becomes a noun, so we use that ta. Yes, so the word is waqifah. So literally the word waqifah means the one who stands. The one who stands. So, but of course you don't translate the teacher, the one who stands. No. Here the meaning of waqifah is similar to the meaning of waqafa. Taqifu means that the teacher stands in front of the sabura. Nah, so that is one answer. Okay, just now we want to say apa? Teaching. She is teaching. Yes. How do you say? She is teaching in front of the sabura. What is the word to teach? Is it darasa?
Darisu.
If you say darasa, darasa is just learn. To learn is darasa. Now we want to change to teach, to make someone else learn. You change to the fa'ala. You change to fa'ala. So darasa becomes darasa. Teach. And what is the mudari? Now this is not 3-letter fi'il anymore. This is 4-letter fi'il. Dal, ra, sin. What is
Yudarisu.
Yudarisu? Yes. Yudarisu is to teach in the mudari form. So what is the person? What is the isim fa'il to perform yudarisu?
Mudaris.
Mudarisun. Yes, that is why we call a teacher mudarisun. Because why? Because she is the one who yudarisu. Can you put the word mudarisun in the jumlah? Al mudarisatu. Mudarisatun.
Dia repetitif
Yeah, you are repeating the same word again. So in this case, we don't use isim fa'il because you are making people confused. Al mudarisatu mudarisatun. Of course, the teacher is the teacher, but since we want to say the teacher is teaching, so in this case, we use the fi'il. So we don't use the word mudarisatu again because it is confusing. You just say yudar. Of course, for mu'annath, you say tudarisu. So the more suitable answer for this one is waqifatun. Nah, so waqifatun amama asabura. Nah, rakam arba'ah. Jaza'uhu, this guy. So this must be a person. Jaza'uhul jannah. His jaza. Jaza bimana his. Remember the word jaza we have learned one of the texts. Jaza hasana, jaza sayyi'ah. Anybody still remember the word jaza? Jaza, this is from the word jazakallahu khairan, jaza, khairal jaza, reward. Jaza means reward. So his reward is Jannah. So you want to say this guy, his reward is Jannah. Of course, if it is not a same file, you can just put a name. Ali, Muhammad, Hassan, An-Nabi, Ar-Rasul, Rasulullah. You can put any word. But now they want you to put not any word, but it must be a same file. So
Al-mu'minu.
Al-mu'minu. Yes, al-mu'minu is an isim fa'il. So you can just say al-mu'minu. Good. Al-mu'minu. So the believer. And of course, in the same time, it is in the form of isim fa'il because it is from the fi'il yu'minu. Naam, sahih. So yu'minu, mu'min. Al-mu'minu. And of course, as we mentioned just now, because it is already in the isim form, you can add alif lam, you can add ta, you can change to jama, and so on. Al-mu'minu jaza'uhul jannah. Rakam khamsa, fil mal'abi alfu. In the playground, in the field. So mal'ab is a general word for playground. So you can translate to any suitable word. So in the field, there are 1,000. So 1,000 people, 1,000 anything. But it need to be in the isim fa'il form. Okay, who is normally in the field?
Student.
Student in the field. Okay, you can say student. So you can say in the field there are
Talibun.
talibun. Okay, yes. The word student, you use the word talib. Talib. Okay, look at the word talib. Is it isim fa'il?
Fa'al.
Yes, it is in the form of isim fa'il. Talib. Yes, good. What is the fi'il for talib?
Tolaba.
Talaba. So if you refer to the dictionary, talaba, there is no meaning of talab. The talaba does not mean study. If you refer to the dictionary, talaba means seek.
Seek.
Seek. So talib, the literal meaning of the word talib is, what is the literal meaning?
The one who seeks.
The one who seeks, the seeker. The seeker of what?
Knowledge.
Seeker of knowledge. So normally when you use the word talib and you want to say student, normally you will connect this, you will do this, you will write talibul ilmi. You will do the idafa, mudaf ilay, talibul ilmi. But of course, we don't want to repeat talibul ilmi, so they just remove the word al ilmi. So it means the student. But in fact, the actual meaning of the word talib is seeker. Okay, so it depends on the context. Of course, in our context, when we say talib, it is a student. But in other sentences, it might mean the seeker. Okay, so good. Yes, this is a correct answer. Alfu talib, at 1,000 student. Okay, let us try another word. You want to say players. Players. How to say player? 1,000 player. So what is the word play? And what is the word la'iba? Good. So that is the word play. To play is la'iba. So what is the player? Change to fa'il.
Laib.
Good.
La'ib.
La'ib, yes. So another suitable answer is la'ib. So you say fil mal'abi alfu la'ibin. Alfu la'ibin. Okay, good. This is another answer, another one. And rakam sita. Istalamat al-hadiyata. Istalamat means receive. Receive a hadiyah. Receive the present. So who received the present? We need to put a person, but it need to be in the isim fa'il form. And of course, this is for mu'annas, so change to mu'annas. Okay, who received a present? Find any word, a person, but
Muntasirun.
muntasirun. Okay, what is muntasirun?
Apa tadi?
The winner.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to say the winner he received the hadiah. Okay, what do you mean by the winner muntasirun here? Do you want to say the one who won the tournament, for example? Okay, if you want to say the one who won the tournament or the competition, we don't use the word muntasir. Muntasir. We use another word. We use the word faiz. 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 But if you still want to use the word muntasir, yes, it is correct. So you want to say so we want to say muntasir, so we write mim non ta sad ra. Muntasir. You can alif lam if you want. Al muntasir. Yes. But what else do you need to do? This is for mu'annas.
Ta.
So here,
Marbuta.
yes, you need to have the ta marbuta. So we say al muntasiratu istalamat al hadaya. So that victorious person receive hadiah. Okay, yes, that is a correct answer. Or you can also use this. Faiz. This is from the word faza, the three-letter fi'il, but with the alif in the middle. So we change to faiz. So you can also say istalamat al-faizatu. Change to muannas. Okay, istalamat al-faizatu. So the winner, now this is the winner. So the winner has received the present hadiah. Okay, so this is the answer for at-tadrib al-thani. At-tadrib al-thalis, Jim. Okay, this is the last one. At-tadrib al-thalis, ishtaqqa. So remember this word, ishtaqqa. If in the exam they say ishtaqqa, now you know. Ishtaqqa means you have to derive the word. Ishtaqqa is min al-af'al al-atiyah. Derive the following from the following fa'al. You need to derive asma al-fa'ilin. This is isim fa'il. They just change this to jama'. Asma al-fa'ilin, asma al-fa'il. Isim fa'il. Find isim fa'il from these words. Summa ista'milha and then use them in the jumlah. As usual. Okay, first we find the isim fa'il together. Fi'il safara, travels. You want to say the traveler or is traveling. Okay, what is the word? This is four-letter fi'il safara. So you need to know the mudari.
Musafiru.
Musafirun, yes. Mudari is yusafiru. The isim fa'il is musafirun. Good. So musafir, the traveler, or you can also translate as is traveling. Musafir. Okay, good. We try number 2. Waqafa, stands or not moving. Stop. Not moving. You also say waqafa. He does not move. Waqafa. He stands.
Waqifa.
Waqif.
Waqif.
Waqifun. Waqif. Waqif. We say waqif. Yes. Waqif or waqifun means he is not moving. He is standing. Yes, good. Number 3, faza. Win.
Faiz.
Yes, faiz. Good. So faiz is winner. So the winner, who is the faiz? Faza. Now, faiz. Rakam arba'a, syaraka. Syaraka, participate. You want to change to participant. This is four-letter fi'il. Change to mudari.
Musharikun.
Yushariku, mushariku.
Good, yeah. Mudari is yushariku and then the isim fa'il is musyarakun. Yes, good. Musyarakun. Not musyrik, musyarak. Sorry, musyarik. Musярikun. Nah. Musyarik. So musyarik is the participant. Musyarik. Good. Rakam khamsa. Aqama. Aqama, it can mean two things. First, aqama is to stay in a place. You say aqama. Aqama al-Madinah. He stayed in the Madinah. Or another word is to perform something. For example, you say aqama salah, to perform prayer. So it depends on the sentence that you form afterwards. So what is the mudari? Aqama. Find the mudari. This is, the wazn is af'ala. Af'ala, mudari is yuf'ilu. Af'ala, yuf'ilu, aqama. Of course, this is having a harfun illa. So you will see slight changes. Af'ala, yuf'ilu, aqama,
Yukimu.
yuqimu. Good, yes. Aqama, yuqimu. So the isim fa'il?
Mukim.
Muqimun. This is the word muqim. So what is muqim? It can mean two things as well. Muqim means the one who stays. Like in Malay, we say bermukim. We say bermukim. Means that he stays at that place. Muqimun. Or you can say somebody who performs something. Muqimus salah. In the Quran, you have the words muqimus salah. People who performs prayer. Muqim. So it depends on the sentence that you use. Muqim. And the last one, salah, to pray. You want to say the person who prays. This is four-letter fi'il. So find the mudari as well. Salah.
Allah yusalli.
Yusalli. Yes, the mudari is yusalli. Ana usalli. You say ana usalli al-maghrib.
Tapi kalau if we change it, it will become musalli.
Yes, it become musalli.
Musalli bukan seorang.
Okay. Surau is musalla. Surau is musalla. So you see, the difference is only with the harakat. Here we say musalli, not musalla. So we say musalli. So al-musalli is the one who pray. Sometimes you see this ya, this ya. Sometimes you see it without the ya. They just say musallin. Okay, so it depends on the whether you have alif lam or not, or whether you have tanwin or fathah or dhamma or kasrah. Okay, but the word is musalli or musallin. Okay, so this is the word to say the one who prays. Another meaning for the word musalli is to say salawat to the Nabi, to our prophets. Because the word salah can mean two things. Salah, to pray, and salah, to say salawat. Sallallahu ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So musalli can mean two things as well. The person who pray or the person who say the salawat to the messenger. Okay, so these are the fi'il. Let us write the sentence quickly. So musafir. Now the sentence, it is up to you. You can make it a mubtada, you can make it a khabar, you can make it a fa'il if you want. You can make it a maf'ulun bih if you want. So okay, can we do the first one? Musafir. So what does the musafir do? Musafir is what? Or where is the musafir? Any simple sentence. Anyone? Musafir?
Dhahaba musafir ilal Madinah.
Okay, so now you make it a fi'il. You make it a fa'il. Yes, correct. So you say zahaba. Do you want to add alif lam? Up to you. If you want to say the traveler, then you add the alif lam. Zahaba al-musafiru. Okay, and then you can say ila al-Madinah. Good. Yes. Or you can use the fi'il. What is the fi'il of musafiru?
Safara.
Safara. You can also say, you can play with the word. Safara al-musafiru. So last time when I was in school, so I always play with this word. Safara al-musafiru. And then the next word, I will take from the fi'il as well. Safara al-musafiru. Safaran tawilan, for example. So they all come from the same root word, but you can change to a different words. All right? Yes, that is correct. So zahab al-musafiru ila anywhere. Yes, good. Second word, waqif, standing. Or not moving, that is also waqif. Maybe you can say, oh, the car is not moving. Or the car stops. How do you say that? The car?
As-sayyara.
As-sayyara?
Waqifah.
Waqifah. Yes, good. So, as-sayyara waqifah. So, not necessarily you need to use a fi'il. Sayyara waqifah. And of course, in this jumlah, you change to mu'annas because the word that you choose is sayyara, a mu'annas word. So, here you need to change to mu'annas as well. Depends on the sentence. Okay, now. Rakam salasa. Faiz, winner. Faiz. Oh, of course, don't write the word Muhammad Faiz Zahaba. That is not considered as the same fa'il. That is part of his name. So we need to use a different sentence. Okay, Faiz. What is the Faiz doing? Or what happened to the Faiz? You can use Mabni lil Majhul if you want. You have learned that, Mabni lil Majhul. So you can use that. Or any suitable sentence. So where is the winner? The winner is in the, maybe in the hall, maybe in the room. Anyone? Alpha is? Where is he? Maybe you can say, yes? Al-Mal'am. Alpha is, so people ask, where is the Faiz? Alpha izu fil Mal'am. So he is still in the field. Mal'am. Yes. So Alpha is, naam, sahih. This is the example. Musyarik. It can mean participant. It can mean to participate as well. So if you want to say to participate, use it as if you are using a normal fi'il. So for example, okay, let's try this. You want to say, I am participating in a competition. How do you say that? I am participating in a competition. So we say ana.
musyarik.
Ana musyarik, yes. Of course, normally you would use a fi'il. You will say ana usyariku. But since we have learned this isim fa'il, you can replace the fi'il with this isim fa'il. Okay, so by replacing to isim fa'il, the meaning is always in the present. Okay, isim fa'il is always in the present, as if you are using fi'il mudhari. So you just say ana musyarikun. So of course it depends and whether it is for muzakkar or muannas. If it is muzakkar, then you say ana musyarikun. If it is muannas, then you say ana musyarikatun. Okay, depends. Ana musyarikun or ana musyarikatun fi. Okay, what do you? Al-mahrajan. Okay, good. What is mahrajan?
Festival.
Again?
Festival.
Festival boleh. Yes. Mahrajan is good. Mahrajan is festival. Yes. Like a concert, for example. Okay. In the other country, they call it mahrajan. They have this festival. Mahrajanat. They have the concert and so on. Mahrajan. They call it mahrajan. Yes. Ana musyarikatun fil mahrajan. Nah, sahih. Rakam khamsa. Aqama yuqimu muqim. Muqimun. Ana muqim. You can say, oh, if you want to use it as a fi'il, you can say, I am staying in this place. Or Muhammad is staying in that place, for example. So you can say
Muqimun Muhammad
Muqimun Muhammad.
fi
Kuala Lumpur. Okay. If you write Muqimu Muhammad, this is similar to the way you write a fi'il. Jumlah fi'liyah. Right? As if you are saying yuqimu Muhammad. If it is a fi'il, then the jumlah is sahih. You can say yuqimu Muhammad fi Kuala Lumpur. But now, this is not a fi'il anymore. Even though the meaning is similar, but now this is now a noun. So when it is a noun, you cannot say muqim Muhammad because the meaning is terbalik. The meaning is like the muqim is Muhammad. You are not saying Muhammad is muqim. So in this case, you cannot say muqim Muhammad, but you reverse it. So we say, how do we say?
Muhammad Muqimun.
Yes, Muhammad Muqim. Good. So now you have to say Muhammad Muqim. Remember, this is because this is a noun. And in the noun, the rule is, the noun is mubtada khabar. So you have to make sure Muhammad, put it in front. Muqim stays. But if you change it to a fi'il, yes, you can use both ways. You can say yuqimu Muhammad, or you can also say Muhammad yuqim. Ingat ya, fi'il itu beza di antara fi'il dengan isim. So in this case, yes, the jumlah should be Muhammad muqimun fi Kuala Lumpur. Naam. So in this jumlah, the word muqim means similar to the meaning of its verb. Stays in Kuala Lumpur. He stays in Kuala Lumpur. By Kuala Lumpur. Nah. Okay, yes, that is the meaning, the jumlah. Muhammad muqim. You can also say performing something, performing salah. For example, I say, Ana muqimu as-salah. You have this word in the Quran, muqimus salah. So when you see this, it means performing. So I am performing the salat. So that is another meaning. Okay, and the last one, Salla, yusalli, and the person is musalli. You want to say the prayer, the person. The praying person. What is he doing? Or where is he, for example?
Ana musalli fil masjid.
Ana musalli fil masjid. Yes, you can write that. Ana musalli fil masjid. Bermakna I am praying in the masjid. You can say that. Yes, ana musalli fil masjid. But most of the time we just use the fi'il. We just say ana usalli fil masjid. Okay, yes, you can see that. Another jumlah. If, for example, where is the prayer? Where's the person? Where is he? Al-musalli fil
Al-Musalla.
fil musalla. Okay, good. Al-musalli fil musalla. So the prayer is in the musalla. So musalla is different. It's the place, a praying room. Okay, a praying room. Yes. So this is the topic of isim al-fa'il. There are several other words that you can derive from a fi'il. Okay, there are several other words, and this is one of the most important one, which is isim fa'il. And okay, so any question for the topic of isim fa'il? Okay, so for in writing your essay, in writing your sentences, okay, you can make use of this as well. Okay, so
Ustaz,
yes,
it means that fi'il what fi'il this yang kita belajar ni maksudnya dia punya cara penggunaan macam isim, but the meaning sama dengan fi'il.
dua makna, two meanings. The first is yes, as you said, the meaning is similar to the meaning of the fi'il mudhari. Yes, that is correct. The second meaning is the person. Jadi contohnya macam when you say faiz just now. Okay, we look at this word faiz. What is the meaning of faiz? It can mean, it depends on your sentence. If it in this sentence, how do we translate this faiz? Is it the meaning of the verb or the person?
Person.
This is the person. But in other sentence, for example, if you want to say, oh, I win this competition. Ana faizun. Ana faizun fi al-musabaqah, for example, or al-musabaqah. So I won this competition. Ana faizun. Ana faizun. So in this case, you can translate as what? You can translate as the person. I'm the winner of this, or I'm winning. Yes. So it depends. In the end, it depends on the sentence. So last time when I first learned this topic, so I thought it is only to refer to the person. But when I went to Arab countries, I was quite shocked when I learned that they also use this to replace a fi'il. So for example, last time they asked me, they want to say, where do you stay? So what is the question? How do you ask? Where do you stay? Normally we will ask aina tas kuno. This is the standard that you learn in your textbook. You will ask aina tas kuno. Of course, if they ask you using aina tas kuno, then you have to think the answer in the fi'il form as well. So you will answer ana. How do you say I stay?
Askunu.
Normally we will say this. Okay, we will say ana askunu fi mahalla, ana askunu fi gomba, ana askunu anywhere. Okay, but last time they asked me this question. Aina sakin. They say aina anta. Instead of they use the word taskunu, they change it to this isim fa'il. Aina anta sakin. So what does it mean?
Where do you live?
So the meaning of sakin is similar to the meaning of the fi'il. So aina anta sakin, where do you stay? Where do you live? It is similar to aina taskun. So in this case, sakin, the meaning of sakin is not where do you, the person who stay. No, it is not referring to the person, but it is referring to the fi'il itself. They just use the isim fa'il form. So if they ask you aina anta sakin, so the answer will be ana. What is your answer? Aina anta sakin. You want to say I stay. Ana askunu, yes, it is correct, but that is if you were to use the fi'il form. But now you do not want to use the fi'il form. You can use
Sakinu.
yes, good. You can use the isim fa'il, but the meaning is that of the fi'il itself. But of course, when you use an isim, remember If it is muannas, then you need to change to ta. Okay, so ana sakin, or for muannas you say ana sakina, and of course here they will say anti as well. So ana sakina, ana sakin fi so and so. Okay, so this is also the meaning of an isim fa'il. Okay, is it okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. Alright. So our syllabus actually ends until here. But if just for the sake of knowledge, you can also, I will try inshallah to make a short video on this, but this is not going to come out in the exam. This is this is actually another mushtaq that you can form. It's called ismul maf'ul. I will just explain briefly what is this. It is a maf'ul, not maf'ul bi. It is a maf'ul, something that you done to it, but in the word form. For example, here when we say mashkur, what is the meaning of isim maf'ul? Similar to the meaning of, we have learned mabni lil majhul, right? We have learned the mabni lil majhul, thank, be thanked, thanked. So here it is all in the majhul form, similar to the fi'il mabni lil majhul, in the passive voice. Al-karimu mashkur, he was thanked. At-ta'amu ma'kul, the food is eaten, similar to the mabni lil majhul. Zujaja maksura, it is broken. Okay, so here this is another wazan that you can use. So inshallah I will do a short quick video, and so you will learn another wazan or another word that you can use in your essay, inshallah. Okay, so habislah kelas kita ya. For your exam, since our syllabus is only up to isim fa'il, so you read until isim fa'il. Starting from, I forgot, I will let you know in the WhatsApp group, WhatsApp message, inshallah. Not, of course, it will not cover the midterm. It will not cover the midterm. Maybe after the midterm, but I will check again. What else? Don't forget to do the exercises on the short essay, maqal. Okay, we do not have the time to do it. So you go through the short essay, maqal, and try to write short exercises, short sentences, like what you did in the midterm. Okay, any other question before we end our session?
No, Ustaz.
Tak ada?
Yes, that.
Ada. So tak ada. So thank you very much for attending the session, and itulah kita tak dapat jumpa kat kelas. So tak apalah So hopefully kita pun tak tahu macam mana COVID pun tak nak turun nak naik balik pula. Itulah. Okay, so all the best for your final exam, for other subject as well. So kalau ada salah silap, lebih kurang maaf sama-sama, insyaAllah. Final saya dah bagi tahu kan bila?
7 hari
Dah.
bulan.
Dah, 7 Ogos.
3 hari bulan ya. So kalau boleh cuba masa tu jangan terlewat, sebab saya diminta berada di Selpad. Kita nak terima jawapan sekali dan kita nak cetak di Selpad. Tapi kalau ada masalah nak buat macam mana kan? Jadi yang ada masalah tu tak apalah, just inform me individually. Nah. Okay, so kalau tak ada apa-apa, nak raya haji kan? Selamat raya haji, selamat raya kurban, jaga jarak jangan rapat-rapat. Wa nakhtatim bi